this or that? I have 21 questions that I'm going to answer this or that to. Get to know a little bit more about me in this video. I'm Jacqueline from Homeschool Hangout, XYZ, if this is your first time here, and I am participating in a collaboration hosted by Devine at Calm in the Chaos Homeschool and Shauna at Homegrown Homeschool. If you're new here or been around a while, glad to see you. Do me a favor, thumbs up, subscribe, buy me a coffee, join my Facebook group, all the things, and let's get into it. Okay. So these are 21 questions, like I said, that are given that are pretty much about me and not my homeschool. So if you aren't interested in learning more about me, please feel free to skip it. I won't be offended. But the first question, walk slow or walk fast? I am a fast walker when I'm feeling good. Right now, my feet are bothering me a little bit. I'm having some tendonitis, but traditionally, I'm a fast walker. I got places to go, yo. I've had friends complain over the years that I'm a fast walker. I may not have long endurance, but I get there quick. 2, art museum or history museum? I'm going to tell you something a professor of mine told me. Art is history. So I don't really know. I'm so bad at this. I did not look at these ahead of time. I would probably say a history museum because I love, love, love history. But I do truly believe that the best way to appreciate some art and to learn the most about it is to understand the history behind it. If you think about the Death of Marat, it's an odd little painting of a woman standing over a man dying in a tub. But when you know the history behind it and what was going on in society in the French Revolution at the time, it becomes even more fascinating because it wasn't something that was posed for, in case anybody's wondering. And so, but I do love history. I love history so, so much. I'm a big old dork and I'm fine with it. Beach or pool? 100% beach. I love the beach life. I don't like getting in the ocean. That's another issue. We can discuss that in a further date, and I will answer any questions. Fear of dying. I don't say it's a fear of water. I say it's a fear of dying. But I love the beach, and specifically in Monterey, because I love those beaches where you go and you can wear like sweats, or sweatshirt as you walk. And it's just talk about the majesty of the Creator and just so beautiful, so overwhelming, just so fun. I love the beach. I don't go very often, but I love the beach. Okay, discuss socialization or how your child will keep up with a stranger. I'm not 100% sure what that means. I guess I can discuss socialization. My children don't need to keep up with anybody. I mean, I don't know how else to say that. They are themselves, and it's not a competition. But socialization and homeschooling. Never in your life, once you're an adult, are you only allowed to or supposed to socialize with somebody your age, give or take 10 months. So if I have to choose between my child being a successful child or a successful adult, I'm going to choose adult every time, hands down. That said, my kids are fine with other kids. They do plenty of socialization and choirs and church and youth groupy things and all of that. I'm not worried. It's not that hard. They may not know the trendiest TikTok dance, but I can live with that disappointment. We'll move on from that. So that's my 2 cents. A little controversial, possibly. Plans or surprises? Well, if I'm doing it, I need a plan. Durr. I love a plan. I find surprises sweet, but I like a plan. And I will be just as touched if we plan something, if you plan something for me, than if you surprise me with it later. I will be just as touched. The benefit of a surprise. So my husband and I kind of hybridize this. And when I say this, our 20th wedding anniversary, my husband found a friend who came and stayed with our children so we could go away for the weekend. So he set all that up so I wouldn't be disappointed if it didn't work out. But then he came to me and we figured out where we wanted to go because he knew I love the beach and Monterey is about 3 hours away. but we were only going to be gone for the weekend, which means that 3-hour drive each way could really bite into our weekend, especially stopping for gas, all that good stuff. So we worked together to plan the final bits, or he told me, and then, he actually planned the rest of it. But I like a surprise. A story I like to tell is I was pregnant with child number 2, and he tells me that we're going over to some friends of ours' house for a game day. It was like around Valentine's Day, but we're going to go over there, and we had a 2-year-old at the time, or almost 2. He was going to come with us, and he could take his nap over there, and we could play board games and have lunch with our friends. Awesome. I love that kind of day. Great day. And these are friends we've had since before we were married. So I'm about 6 months pregnant. I'm a puker. So I basically get out of the shower and put on sweats and go, let's go. He says, okay. We're not actually going to Sarah and Brad's house for lunch. We are having a date day, and we're leaving our oldest with them. And the only reason I'm not surprising you with this is because you will not want to go out in that outfit, and you will want to come home and change. So I'm just going to tell you now, which I really appreciated, because these are friends you've known forever. So basically, anything that covers everything, you're fine. They love you anyways. And so I went and changed and put on a little bit of makeup and enjoyed my day a lot better than I would have. So a surprise is nice, but a plan is grand. So, educational posters on the wall or none? Here's the deal. There's a lot of here's the deals here. I have nerdy posters as part of my general decor. So I've got a space poster in the game room. I have a canvas periodic table. I like a geek thing. I love you heart in binary. Are those educational? I would say no. I don't do educational posters, because part of it is I also don't ever have a dedicated homeschool room that I decorate for school. So it's either something that's part of my general aesthetic, which is pretty slim, or not. And I don't have a lot of things on the walls, period. So I have some posters that I need to get frames for. My daughter brought me 2 giant, absolutely gorgeous Doctor Who posters that I need frames for to hang in my living room. And yes, I'm going to hang them in my living room. And yes, I'll show you if you would like. But yeah, no, not really. Let's see. Next one. Take a Sunday or a snow day. Given the fact my children have never seen the snow, I know, leave me alone. I'm going to go with a sun day. Part of it is I live in Fresno, and that's almost every day. Not today, it's kind of gray, but most of the time. I like to take a spring or fall day where you just, hang out and go do things, picnics, play dates, things like that. But yeah, more of a sun day than a snow day. Clothes on the floor or clothes in the hamper? Oh man, this is getting real. My husband has referred to my declothing as the Shroud of Turin, because I may or may not just leave a little pile. And it's the duality. I cannot be the only person who, I wear 3 layers of clothing. So some of this is going to get reworn after it airs out. And then all the things that are will get in the hamper. But also I tend to just, and then later I'll pick them up and put them in the hamper. I will. I don't expect anyone else to do it. We'll put it that way. I may go pick them up to put them in the washer, but usually they'll make it into the hamper. Yes, I know. And my children are not allowed to Shroud of Turin. And we do. We refer to it as Shroud of Turin. And you can do that if you want, but I won't wash your clothes. Your clothes have to get into the hamper, into the sorters. Not just your hamper. They need to get into the sorters in the laundry room for your clothes to get washed. So, Okay. Physical planner or digital planners? Yes, please. Okay. I'll be more specific. I love a physical planner. In case anybody's wondering, I've got a Franken planner here with 3 different planners in it. And then I also have a day planner from Passion Planner. I will include links over on or down below. Probably down below. But we also, as a family, have a Google Calendar. So while I have a digital calendar, I love a paper one. In reality, I just never go look at things online like that. Even though I'm like a big online person, the physicality of writing it helps me organize my brain a little bit more. I'm a big believer in brain dumps on paper. When I'm struggling writing, I will write on paper instead of on my computer. Yeah, physical all the way. I also have a disgusting collection of planner stickers that, yeah, I love my planner stickers. I don't use them as often as I'd like. And when I say that, what I mean is I started out in January really well. Oh, yeah, when I say I like a sticker, I like a sticker. And that's one planner, two planner. Let's see. Planner 3 got nothing. And then in February, well, I have, let's see, let me go to the one I've done stuff on. I stripe it out and I use it. I've put no stickers or decoration. It doesn't mean I'm not using it. I'm just not decorating. So like this is my business one. And so yeah, I like to decorate, but in all things, even if you like to decorate your planner, I'm going to say this, though it's not homeschooling related at all. Remember your planner works for you. Don't feel like you have to decorate it if you don't have time or the inkling. Right now, I'm in a crazy kind of emotional time balance issue, and I just don't have the time or the gumption to decorate this month. And you know what? It's okay. I may put a sticker or two in my dailies, but I'll be honest. Let me take you to... I put a sticker in this one because it was Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and I put some boxes around things. But even the boxes don't usually happen. So, your planner works for you. Make it work, people. All right. Night out or night in? It depends on who else is home. My husband and I, as the children have gotten older and we can be left alone, night in, hands down. Almost every time we'll watch something, we will, play pool, we'll do fun stuff. Night outs, I do like a nice dinner out every once in a while, but it's just, how do I say this? There's just too many people and I can't be comfy and I'm boring. But when the kids were younger, night out. That night out may be, nothing, it was never fast food, but it could just be, going shopping and grabbing something to eat, but night out to get a break from the kids. And even now, though, all that said, that I'd rather have a night in, we do go out to lunch once a week. And we're in the office together on those days, and then we go out to eat. And it's just a little bit of a break from the normal. We tend to eat lunch at our computers, even though we share an office. And it gives us that break to focus on each other. And in reality, we're the couples that have the cell phone and we're looking at news stories and talking about them. We're looking at Twitter and talking about it, in addition to whatever's going on in our lives. So a lunch out, yes, for a break from the monotony of the workday, but a night in all the way. All right, art projects or science projects? Science. Science projects are good. We didn't do a lot of projects because I'm boring. We did a lot of projects like, I say that, I don't consider programming art project or a science project, but we did more of that kind of stuff. More of a research project. Research project. Third option, research project. Yeah, but I'd say science projects a little bit more. My kids were in a class with a really great science teacher, so they did most of those there, but then we would always talk about them, or I'd come to class with them to see it. So as I'm drinking I'm trying to remember what kind of tea this is. Oh, ginger turmeric tea and black tea mixed together. A little iced tea, caffeine kick. All right, let's see. Vacation or staycation. Once again, I love the beach, so I love to go on vacation to the beach, but I'm cheap. We're at the point in our life now where a couple years ago, I made sure the kids were all somewhere else and we had a staycation at home. I want to travel and I like to travel, but my husband would really like some staycations. So our problem is we're kind of opposite. And so either one's good. I'll take either one that I can get. I will take either. Loose guidelines or clear directions. I believe that those can actually go together in some ways. And let me put it this way. When I hear clear directions, what I hear is you saying, you're going to tell me exactly what it is you want. And anything that fits those constraints, I can do. And I like that. Some people believe those are loose guidelines. I don't. I want to know everything that's important to you when you give me a project or when I am coaching you and you want help with X. Okay, what are your constraints? Do you have a technology constraint? Do you have a money constraint? What are your constraints? Give them all to me. And so in that way, I really like clear directions. I want to make sure that you're not disappointed in whatever it is I do for you. You know, for example, if I'm planning an event for church, I'll use Christmas Eve because I kind of did this event all together. I do cookies and cocoa on Christmas Eve. And my family, we don't really go see anyone on Christmas Day and Christmas Eve. So we can handle organizing that. And so I went to my pastor and I said, okay, what's important to you? What are the instructions? And he says, well, I don't know. I don't really care about anything specific. I'm like, perfect. So I have those loose guidelines. And he was not disappointed when I just basically did hot cocoa in crock pots and apple cider. I did apple juice with cinnamon in another crock pot. And I did everybody who can bring some cookies. Kept it really low key, just put out saucers and napkins, no activities, put a little decoration on the table, and that was it. He wasn't disappointed by it. Everyone seemed to have fun. Now, if it had been important to him that there were tablecloths or it had been important to him that there was an activity, I would want to know that. I do other things fancier, but it's Christmas Eve. You know, we're grabbing some cookies after church. Whereas I've done other events where it's like, it's important that it's a sit-down meal. It's important that the cost comes under a certain price. It's important that people can pre-buy. You know, all these different specific things. We want to make sure that we have a meat and a vegan and a vegetarian and a non-red meat option. We need someone, we want to have games. We want to have X. We want to have Y. And then basically giving me the freedom to do the rest of it however I see fit. And then I usually give a proposal, so that also helps a lot. I like clear directions if they're important to you. If they're not important to you, just let me do what I want. Winter or summer? Winter. I hate the heat. I know. I live in Fresno. It gets over 100. I hate the heat. I do. Sorry. Plan a field trip or plan a co-op lesson. Ooh. Since I've done more of them, I'd say plan a field trip. I like that. It's fairly easy usually. Everyone comes and is responsible for their own kid. And yeah, they're pretty good. It's pretty good. Clean as you cook or clean at the end? Clean as you cook. Heavens to Betsy. Clean as you cook. Always. Let's see what's next. Fiction or nonfiction? Yes. Now, if I have to pick one, it'll probably be a nonfiction written as a fiction. And when I say that, what I mean is something very personable, something with a lot of narration, but is facts. I love facts. I love history. I love facts. I like historical fiction because I tend to take that and then research what's the true part, what's the fiction part. So if I had to pick one, that would be nonfiction. Pizza or tacos? Ooh, man, that's a hard one. I love pizza. Don't get me wrong. Pizza doesn't always love me, though. Tacos are for everybody and are everything. Tacos. I'm a California girl. Tacos. Now, the other secret is you can put anything in a taco. It doesn't work as well with pizza. I like a corn tortilla and a flour tortilla, so I'm good either way. Taco. Laminator or binding system? Laminator. I'm damaged. I actually had a job, pre-children, where I was a database manager for a nonprofit. And my other half of my job was helping with the seminars that they put on for continuing education credits. And so we would get speakers things, and I'd have to go use the binding machine, and I'd bind, 45 of these things at a time. And I hate those binding machines. Gross. So gross. Roller coasters or water slides? No. I'm a fat girl on a roller coaster, so it's not a joke that something may break as you're going up. That's not funny to me. And water slides, I barely swim. And I was blackmailed onto a water slide in elementary school, and I still hate them. So if I had to do one, roller coasters, but no. Car schooling or outdoor schooling? Car schooling, you got audiobooks and lectures you can use, and it's climate controlled. I'm here for it. Totally car schooling. We've done many a audiobook on a road trip. We've done a lot of that kind of stuff. We do a lot of podcasts. So car schooling. I like doing stuff outside if the weather is just right. And I'm a delicate flower, so that just right's kind of hard to find. So those are my 21 questions. What about you? I want to know more about you. Answer as many of these questions as you want down in the comments. Let's have a conversation, or come over to my Facebook group, Homeschool Hangout by Nerd Family, or my Discord server. I want to know about you. And make sure that you check out the playlist that's going to be linked below to the other peoples in this collaboration. You may find a kindred spirit. And I will talk to you all later. Bye.